Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. So this is the game I was telling you about yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember. Mr. Zest versus Mr. Life, one of the games out of the round of 16 WCS Grand Final, Global Final, whatever the hell it's called. And yes, it's an extremely epic game, so that's why I decided to cast it. Even though I already cast Zest versus Life one game, I decided to cast this one because it's epic. Well, at least it's got an epic runtime, so hopefully that means epic game. So down the bottom right side of the map is Mr. Life. He is 18 years of age from South Korea, plays for the Startail team, and his opponent up the top right side of the map, it is Mr. Zest, who is... I'm looking on the screen for his age and his team, and I'm like, why is it on the screen? Alright, it's on my other screen, on the internet browser. He's 22 years of age from South Korea, plays for the KT Rolster team. Very, very awesome player, and going to be very exciting to see what he gets up to in this game. Going to be very exciting to see what happens in this game, because obviously a long one, so we can make some predictions. It's going to be Swarm Host probably, Colossus probably, Vipers, all sorts of those crazy units. Maybe we'll be able to see a ton of Ultras, man. Oh, I'd love to see a ton of Ultras. I'd so love to see a ton of Ultras. But we'll have to see how it goes. Broodlords as well. Broodlords definitely a possibility, although they get owned by Tempest after like 2 seconds. So probably won't be seeing them all too much. I wonder... I think Tempest... Only their air attack does massive damage to massive units, so I don't think they could like own Ultras or anything like that. That would probably make them a little bit OP if they could own Broodlords and Ultras, but yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool to think about, like Tempest. They could do like a ground run where they go down to ground level and then just start blowing away Ultras or something like that. That would be very, very epic. They need a... I mean, I know they got the Viking that can land and go to ground form. When the Viking is in ground form, it's bloody useless. It like falls apart like a little tin or something and gets shot by a BB gun. Although I understand that tin doesn't fall apart when he gets shot by a BB gun, like a bazooka or something like that. So anyway, the Viking is bloody useless when it's on the ground. It really, really is. So yeah, I mean, really need maybe a Protoss unit like the Tempest or like a Phoenix or something like that can sort of drop down to ground level. A Phoenix would be cool if it could drop down to ground level. It could be super fast, and you know, like you nerf its attack down to nothing, and that would probably make it okay. So it's just like a Hellion or something, like the Protoss version of a Hellion on the ground. It goes super, super fast, like same speed, and it can attack ground units, but its attack is almost worthless. So that would be awesome. Really, really awesome. But I don't know if they're ever going to do it, so... Who knows? For now, they'll just have to remain an air unit. Oh, there we go. Spore Crawlers, Queens. We do have Spore Crawler over here. We got a Spore Crawler over here. So Anti-Phoenix Tech is out on the map already. We got 1-1 coming out over there. We do have Warp Prism. Why does the Warp Prism keep getting highlighted? I'm really, really not sure why they keep getting highlighted. Because this one doesn't even have an ability that he uses that highlights them. So, really, if anybody can tell me what that highlighting means, because I see it on medevacs as well when they boost, and I'm not sure if it means that the enemy can actually see that medevac, or if they just get a ping on their map when the medevac happens, or if it's only for the player who owns the medevac. I really don't know. Now we've seen this Warp Prism do it as well. I got no idea. But these Zealots doing a pretty good job, man. They owned a whole bunch of Lings, I think, is what they did. And, oh, Phoenix got lost there. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But pretty much even for both of those guys. Yeah, look at 1,050 to 1,006. How do you lose 6 minerals? You must have cancelled a building or something like that. But for now, it should be good. Phoenix having a crack at some of those guys. And the Queens, yeah, thinking about attacking them, but not quite going to happen. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. There we go. First Colossi out on the field. Couple of workers going down to the Phoenix. Very nice. And we do have an infestation pit. So somebody is definitely thinking about swarming. Look at that little, there's like a little holographic link there. That's pretty awesome. Come on. Here we go. Gas mining workers going to get owned there. Beautiful, beautiful job. Got a bunch of lings in there, but they got no chance at all. Is he going to reveal the Colossi? It doesn't look like it. The lings didn't hang around for too much longer. So that is it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. They're going to go back and just kill some more workers, man. He's really got to do something about that, because those workers have been killed quite a bit. Quite a bit. We got the third base coming down. We got the fourth base coming down. The swarm host starting to come down. The swarm host upgrade starting to come down. Everything's looking like swarm host here, and Zest is, oh man, what a timing attack on this. I could have sworn that base was going to go down, but some fast force field work is going to save that guy just a little bit. But he will have a dent in his health, which he will remember for quite some time. Oh, the Queens. Look at that synchronized creep tumor placement. That was absolutely beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Look at all these workers there, but the Queen's coming up straight after them, and they are going to be getting the hell out of there. But those Phoenix have done an exceptional job in this game so far. Absolutely exceptional. Really, really killed a lot of workers, and yeah, I mean, life has still been macroed up, but obviously the more he has to rebuild workers that he loses, the less army he is going to have, and that is definitely a good thing for Mr. Zest. For now, it's just lings. We got the swarm host. We got double spire coming out. Double spire. I can't imagine he wants the upgrades that fast. It's got to mean like he wants upgrades on one and broodlords on the other, or something like that. Is he building him in the same spot? Is he? Is he? I don't know where he's building him. Looks like he's building him over. Or is he building the damn things? I can't see where he's building the spires. Where is he building them? He's building them right in the middle of nowhere, man. Right in the middle of nowhere. I guess Zest isn't really going to check that area. But, oh, there we go. Workers being destroyed. He's lost another Phoenix at some point, so he's only got 3. But 3 is still enough to kill some workers. And the first of the locusts coming down, coming for Mr. Zest. And now he's got to get those Colossus numbers up really, really badly. Starting to get some void rays as well. We got some lings running into the base here. The workers just sort of running around. And those lings, man, they're in hold position, but there's no workers to really attack at that position. So they just get owned by the Nexus and later on by the Colossi. And we will see if Zest can do something about those swarm hosts early on, or whether it just turns into a sort of slugfest between these guys for the rest of the game. Which it probably will, because, I mean, why would the game be so long if Zest shut it down really quickly? So I guess we can assume that he doesn't really shut it down quickly. But I'd love for him to shut it down quickly. I mean, he's got the Void Rays coming out. He's got the Fleet Beacon. That's going to be for the Tempest. He's getting all the right units to shut down Swarm Hosts. And he just needs to put them into play right here. Is he going to be able to? Those Swarm Hosts are ages away. No way he's going to be able to bust his way through there. A couple of nice force fields. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Is he going to be going for the base over here? No, he doesn't like the idea of going down that corridor with Swarm Hosts. And I don't blame him, because it probably is a bit of a bad idea. But the root result of all of this is that Zest is scared to run into life space and do any damage. And I think that life is going to be very, very happy about that for the time being. The fact that he's can sort of expand and just do whatever the hell he wants. Maybe get a 5th base over here if he decides he wants that. Why not? There are a couple of Zealots waiting here to move into this base, but oh man, that's a lot of Spine Crawlers. So he's going to have trouble there. Oh, look at these. They've got so much time left on them, man. A ton of time. And he's going to be moving them even further forward. There's nothing really to attack though. There's just the army. Beyond that, it's going to be way too long for them to go ahead and actually attack any bases. So yeah, he's going to test them though. He's going to see how far they can get on this particular path. And here we go. There's the Zealots coming in, but look at the Spine Crawlers. Queen's healing the Spine Crawlers. Beautifully, beautifully done. One does go down, but the Zealots are just like, screw this. I'm getting the hell out of there. That's a significant amount of Zealots. Oh man, if they turn around and start attacking the Queens, that would be huge. That would be very, very nice. The Locust having a go, testing how far they can go. The Colossus done, it takes some damage, man. He's really going out with those Corruptors. And they took out one Colossus, almost killed a Void Ray as well. Starting to take some serious damage though. You've got to be careful. You don't just throw those units away, but he's leading them into the Swarm Host. And that's not good. Some fast force field work. We'll be able to save some units there. And very, very nice, but I don't know if he meant to lead them into the Locust. I think he did, but it was kind of a make up the plan as you go sort of plan. So yeah, it kind of worked out. There. But level 3-3 coming out, putting a lot of upgrades on those Locusts. And we do have the Mothership coming out for Mr. Zest. And this is going to be extremely awesome because, of course, Locusts can only shoot what they can see. And if they can't see anything, it's going to be bad news. Oh, there we go. Wow, where's the vision? There's the Observer. The Observer has showed up and 3 Swarm Hosts died just like that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Meanwhile, the main army coming out, doing all sorts of craziness. And Life is going for a bunch of Vipers. And if he snipes this Mothership, he chain pulls it with a bunch of Vipers and snipes it with Corruptors, that is going to be the absolute best that he can possibly do. But whether or not he'll be able to do it, I cannot say at this point. But he's really set up a lot of stuff around here. Really going nuts in this base. So many Spine Crawlers. Zealot incursion on this base, not going to happen unless they run down the bottom and then just like hold position in the worker line. Maybe that would work. We've got some nice creep being forced back by Mr. Zest here. Looking pretty good. Life just waiting for the right time. He's got 20 Corruptors, he's got 2 Vipers. I think that's all he needs to take out the Mothership core. Once the Mothership core is down, Zest's army is going to be looking a little bit less sturdy and a lot more susceptible to the Locust. Because, of course, Mothership core, it's just a really, really big sort of, I don't know, crazy sort of multi-tool that can prevail against the Swarm Host simply by making everything invisible. But it's so fragile as well, this Mothership. I mean, it doesn't look fragile, but it is. A couple of good yanks with the Vipers. The Corruptors own it in like 2 seconds, and that's it. I mean, it just goes downhill. So it's going to be good against the Locust, but man, I do not like the chances of this Mothership surviving too long. I think it is definitely going to start going down very soon. 4 Tempests going out in a row. There we go. Need to get back under the Mothership cloak. Need to get back under the cloak. There we go. Now it's good stuff. And now you see the Swarm Host just absolutely get destroyed once the Mothership is hiding the Colossi. There's just no way they can do anything. But I think that Life actually wants all of these 3 bases to himself. And he's just trying to put a ton of Spine Crawlers over there to try and just sort of fence the entire area off. Man, he is doing a lot of stuff here. Even got a few Swarm Hosts just over there having a bit of fun. And Zest, for all that he's doing at the moment, he's not looking that strong. He's got a bunch of bases over there, though. He's really pushing out with his own expansions. But what has he got in terms of army, man? 4 Colossus, 4 Tempests, 5 Void Rays, 3... so his air army is looking okay. With those Void Rays and those sort of guys. And what has he got for air at the moment? 2-1, which is not bad. Sorry, 2-0 with 1 shields, which is not bad. So yeah, he's looking okay. I'm not sure how this is going to work out though. I'm really, really not. I mean, the Corruptors, I'm not sure if there's enough Corruptors to deal with this much air. There we go, starting to yank the Colossus out. Colossus going down. Mothership warp out of there. Gets them out of safety, but 2 Colossus went down straight like that, and Zest almost accomplished nothing except knocking away some creep tumors. So that is how dangerous the Corruptor Viper combination is. And when you put yourself in a situation, or when you're put in a situation where you're facing Swarm Hosts and you have to go air to get some sort of advantage, and you're facing up against the Corruptor Viper combination, that is when things just start to look like this game is shit. Like, this just, everything is OP and Zerg is OP, and you're just like, oh god, this game sucks. Why am I playing this game? This sucks. So we'll have to see what Zest can possibly do against this, because he's got no counter to getting yanked. There's no counter to your units getting yanked. Oh, he's killing his own Phoenix to make room for what? I don't know what he's making room for, but he's killing a whole bunch of stuff. He's getting mass Tempest, man. This is a crazy build, man. I'm not sure if it's crazy as in, oh my god, this is... I don't know. Maybe crazy is what needs to happen for it to work. Maybe he just needs to get a massive amount of these Tempests and just go out and start beating this guy around the head and see how it goes. But yeah, not doing too bad. Not really engaging at the moment. Nobody's really engaging. We managed to get some Stalkers over here from the Warp Prism. Knocking out a hatchery there. Very, very nice. Couple of these guys going in. Where's the Observer? Oh, come on. Show me the Observer. He's not going to see it in time. His army. The Oracle moving over. Is he go... No, there's too many static defenses everywhere. Look at all these static defenses. Life has gone ballistic on static defenses, man. Absolutely ballistic. Look at this. This is... I've never seen anything like this before. He's got that there. He's sort of... doesn't really have that there anymore, but he's got that there. Static defenses. At least the Tempest will be good against those static defenses, man. Long range air siege. They are going to go down. And he's got quite a bunch of Tempests as well. So he should be fine there. And the thing is, Zest is getting all these bases up. So he's going to have places to mine for friggin' ages to come. And yeah, he should be fine on the macro. And Life, because he's put so much into static defenses and corruptors and swarm hosts, he's got no real way to move out and actually do anything about those bases. Unless he starts doing some dodgy stuff with the swarm host. But then he's going to leave himself open to this army. And this is quite a significantly scary army right here. Yes, I just don't know. Look at that. He's got the Oracle running around with the detection, searching for the swarm host, not seeing it. Or maybe that was searching for the creep shimmers. There we go. Are we going to see the yank here? Are we going to see the yank of the Mothership? Doesn't even yank it. Just goes straight for it. And man, those corruptors took a ton of damage, but they're up to 34 corruptors here. So Life not messing around when it comes to getting his anti-air army up. Getting 3 more Vipers up as well. Took out that Mothership. We got another Mothership core coming straight up. How much does it cost to actually rebuild this guy up to a Mothership? It does not say, but he is doing it right now, and presumably it costs a fair amount. So that it doesn't take too long. 100. That's still a decent amount of time, considering a Tempest costs 60, and that's a massive unit. So I guess yeah, it does take some time. So both players, macro-wise, they're doing okay. Zest a little bit ahead, sorry, which is good. Yeah, pretty good. Definitely nice to see the Protoss player ahead. And Life, I think Life has got to start getting past the point where I've got a massive amount of static defense and swarm host, and there's no way he can kill me, to the point of he doesn't need to kill me at this point. It turns out this Protoss player is just over macroing me. And you know, that's crazy. I need to do something to stop you from over macroing me. And Life is not in the best of positions when it comes to moving out and attacking stuff. He's got that Corruptor play, which is great, but I mean, it's 37 Corruptors versus 16 Tempests, 5 Void Rays. And those Tempests, I mean, they got quite a lot of attack. And what are they? 3 attack, something like that? The Corruptors have got to have 3 attack by now. Yes, they do. 3 attack and armor. And air armor starting to come out as well. We got level 1 and 3 shields. Level 2 on the way, which is going to be nice. He's got a base coming down here. Is not lined up correctly. I'm not sure if he's ever planning on mining off from it, but regardless, it is going to be awesome. Maybe he's just putting it there to stop Life from taking that base. And this mobile army just going around and owning stuff. Absolutely owning stuff. Pity that the cloaking doesn't do anything when taking out the stag defenses, because of course Swarm Host, I mean not Swarm Host, the Spore Claws is going to do so much damage, so much craziness. It's not even going to matter. Oh, Infestors. I love the Infestors here. A good fungal on this army is going to be havoc and chaos and death. Absolutely nuts. If they're grouped up, man. I mean, any sort of grouped up Protoss force is going to be havoc and chaos and death. Look at the workers all being destroyed to make room for more Tempest. Just a ton more. And Life, I think Life has been killing his own workers or... Oh, that's the play right there, man. I did not see that coming. But that is a brilliant play. Build the Nexus. Personal teleporter. What is he going to be able to do from this position? That's the question, though. I mean, he's going to come back. He's got this little rock area that he goes through. He's still got this massive amount of guys over there. He's got corruptors he has to deal with. The swarm hosts are going to be able to get in position. This is going to be a death push right here. Tons of swarm hosts going in there. But this tiny little gap, so the swarm hosts are not going to be that effective. Colossus knocking them out quite easily, and the Mothership core is there. So he's forced Life into a position where he has to knock this Mothership core out ASAP and knock the Mothership out. Because the longer, I think the Zest could push out here and do quite a bit of damage. This base is not going to be in a good position. Oh, but the Corruptors, man, they've got to be careful. He's actually sending a whole bunch of changelings out ahead of the Swarm Host. There we go, yanking the Mothership out. Mothership goes down. Now the Swarm Hosts are getting into it, doing a bunch of good damage. And the Corruptor numbers, I don't think they're going to be enough. I've only got 3 Corruptors, man. So 3 Colossus, so that's going to be hard. The first fungal comes down on the Protoss army. Fungals are not good. The Corruptors going nuts. But the Tempers, are they doing the damage they need to? I'm not sure. I think there's just so many Corruptors here. And it looks like the army is just falling apart. Are those clouds? Yeah, the Corruptor special attack corruption put on those units. Oh, man. Absolutely destroyed everything. And that was a absolutely brutal blow. Absolutely brutal from Mr. Life. And Zest, I don't know if he can recover from that. He's got a ton of stuff banked up. A Mothership, 6 Tempers and 6 Void Rays being produced. But after we just saw, is it going to make a difference? I mean, we saw that beautiful fungal and the Colossus just absolutely destroyed everything. They're up to 48 right now. 48 Corruptors. What can he possibly do except go for a massive amount of Void Rays and somehow make it happen? I'm really, really not sure. Yeah, I still don't think he can switch over to ground because there's still 14 Swarm Hosts out there. And here we go, a bunch of DTs, but there is an Overseer there. And there's no way to take out that Overseer. So that Overseer just has to chase down the DTs. And that is it. Not looking good for those DTs. DTs, yeah, they're kind of a counter to the Swarm Hosts. You could like put them in a line over there, and if the Locusts can't see them, the Locusts can't get past. But of course, yeah, once the Overseer has detection, that's it. DTs all fall down. What the hell is he doing over here? He's searching for units he can build. Where are all these units anyway? They're all over here. A whole bunch of Tempers and Void Rays and stuff. I'd love to see more Void Rays being produced. I mean, I know they're more susceptible to fungals and crap like that, but they're so much better against Corruptors than Tempers are. Really, really good. So, yeah, there we go. He's building a bunch more Void Rays at this point, and his bases are still pretty much unmolested. So, I mean, Life must know about these bases. He knows about one of them. He doesn't know about the rest of them, though. He really doesn't know. So, needs to get out there. If he knew all those 3 bases were over there, I'm sure he would be doing a lot more damage out there. Oh, those poor DTs, man. They are so screwed at this point. Oh, the Warp Prism. Oh, the Warp Prism. Can he go? It doesn't look like. He's not going to try and save them. I guess it was just too late to save those guys. Very, very unfortunate, but somehow Zest has just re-macroed full army once again. He's got all the upgrades you could possibly hope for. Air level 3. I mean, may be able to get it, but oh, he's running a little bit low on minerals actually, so needs to make sure that he gets his mineral income still going on. And continually warping in units here just to start annoying this stuff. If he can snipe that hatchery, that will be pretty awesome. Look at this, needs a bloody Overseer over here. Or an Observer, sorry. Here we go, there's an engagement where the Void Ray is getting in there. And the Archons as well, he's pushed out with a bunch of Archons. Very, very nice stuff. And suddenly there is a sizable army over here. And I think a whole bunch of Corruptors just started going down. So, yeah, He's rebuilding 12 corruptors, and he was maxed just before, so obviously losing a bunch of corruptors not going to make him happy. And yeah, needs to start dealing with that guy. So, what are we looking at here? More Tempers going across, taking out creep tubers, knocking everything back. Life, I don't know. Are corruptors still the answer to dealing with this army? I'm not sure they are anymore. I'm really, really not sure. But he's lost his mothership again. He's always losing that damn thing. It does. Oh, there we go. 3 motherships dead so far. That is not good. I wish that mothership still had the ground blasting attack, or the Nexus Nova, whatchamacallit thing. The Vortex. That would be cool. But it just doesn't have it anymore. Right? Does it? I can't remember. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. We're going to have to double check this when the mothership call comes out. Because, yeah, I definitely want to know if that guy has the Vortex thing going on. Oh, killing some Stalkers. What did they ever do to deserve that? You don't think he has any Colossus? No, it's basically a pure air army at this point. Pure air all the way. And there's no point really having any ground-based units anymore because they're going to get owned by the Locusts whenever you go into any sort of engagement. He's even killing the Archons at the moment. Those guys are bloody expensive, but I guess he feels like he can afford it. Still got some High Templar though. Maybe waiting to use their Storms or their feedbacks. I mean, Storms against the Locusts, quite a decent ability. Very, very decent. And I'm not sure why he is building Tempest and not Void Rays. I mean, the Tempests are good against Broodlords. And they're okay. But I think the Void Rays are much better against Corruptors than the Tempers are. I guess the Tempers are going to be critical when it comes to afterwards, when after all the Corruptors are dead and he needs to start taking out the ground units. Because, I mean, he's got to have the range to take out the Spore Crawlers and all that sort of crazy stuff. So, yes. And, of course, with the sheer amount of Spore Crawlers on the map, I mean, Void Rays are not really an option. They will get owned eventually. So, let's have a look. Let's have a look-see here. I think some reinforcements just got taken out by those guys. But more continuing to just push out across the map. Not really sure what to say about this game anymore. It's just, it's building up. It's just building up to some sort of massive attack. And, I mean, all the previous massive attacks we've seen is just basically Life goes in, loses a bunch of Corruptors, and destroys the Mothership. And that's it, basically. So, there we go. Oh, and those Corruptors taking so much damage. Really, really a lot of damage right there. But Zest obviously does not want to attack on top of a bunch of Spores, because he probably will lose if he does that. So, he wants the attack to be on his terms. And what can he do that's on his terms? I mean, there's this base. This base will fall pretty easily to all those Tempests and Void Rays. Not much they can do about that. And the Swarm hosts are doing a pretty good job at figuring out where the Protoss army is and making sure it keeps tabs on them, which is nice. Oh, that Oracle did not make it back. Not make it back at all. But yeah, he got level 3 armor at some point, so that's pretty good, taken care of. He's still... Oh man, those Tempests. Look at the range on those bloody things. That's an incredible, incredible range. It's going to take him a million years to beat the army like this, but damn, that's incredible range. Here he goes. Mothership. Is it going to be taken out? No. Storms on the Corruptors. Incredible, incredible, incredible stuff. You got to be watching though, because if you go out too far, the Vipers yank you into oblivion, and you do not want to be yanked into oblivion. I don't know if he's got Vipers anymore. Not really. Not really all that much. He sniped the Mothership. Mothership goes down, and not sure that Zest cares anymore, because he doesn't really have any ground units. He had High Templars, but I mean, what do you friggin' do? I think they're all dead, and I think it's just air. It's just air going nuts at the moment. And he might have it here. I think he still does want air ground units though, because The High Templar do a spectacular amount of damage to those corruptors. And if he can keep some High Templars in his army, then that will be awesome. Just to knock away those corruptors. Because look how much damage they've been taking. I think a lot of this is from storms and stuff like that. Oh, just have to see. Have to see. Playing it very slow. Getting another Mothership. Once he gets another Mothership, he can start to have High Templars in his army and not have to worry too much. Because, I mean, it's not like an Overseer is going to get anywhere near this army and survive. So, he can just go around with High Templars all over the place, storm whatever the hell he likes. And, yeah, just play it beautifully. And I think, definitely, if Life moves in and tries to have a crack at this army, he will die. Because there are just so many Void Raiders back there. And they'd love to just overcharge themselves and just go nuts on the Corruptors. And the Void Rays will be doing a pretty damn good job as well. But the pace is being decided by the Tempest at the moment. The more Tempest he's got, the more that he's going to be able to just destroy stuff. And yeah, that's it. The only thing that Life could really do is start getting the Viper numbers up and start just yanking these guys out into the Corruptor numbers. But that may be too slow at this point. It may be too slow to actually start taking these guys out because there's just so many of them. And Zest has such a stupid economy, which, I mean, Life still does not know about the total of the economy going on over in these bases, so. Zest can just sit back and do this freaking forever, man. Absolutely forever. Without a care in the world. And it's not like he's going to be building 20 Spore Cores to try and defend this base. Don't think he can do that, really. So it's just going to be a case of move over there. There we go, the Corruptor numbers out. There's no Mothership out here, for there's nothing for them to snipe. And there they go, the Void Rays coming out. And we've got a beautiful fungal on here. But so much damage being done to the Corruptors, man. Oh, that is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. The Tempest still doing a crazy amount of job here as well. The Queens are out, and they're trying to heal the Corruptors, I think. And most of the Void Rays have gone down. The Corruptor numbers still looking pretty good here. Is it going to happen though? Who's it going to come out for? It's starting to look like Life is in the lead here. And man, oh man, it does look like Life is actually going to come out ahead. And I think the Queen's really a critical force in this battle. Healing stuff up, we're down to 17 of those guys, we're down to only 3 Tempests. Those Queens, man, really saved the day. But, oh, you got to remember that Zest still has this massive economy, still this massive amount saved up. It's not really massive saved up anymore, but, oh, is he really building 11 Void Rays at once? He is building like a Zerg player in this game. Absolutely crazy amount of macro coming out. And I think with 11 Void Rays, he could go out and just own all those Corruptors straight away. Assuming he doesn't run into a fungal. If he runs into a fungal, he may be completely screwed. But it may come down to a macro matchup at this point. Ton of Tempests, ton of Void Rays, building a ton more bloody Tempests. He just re-macro an army so fast, and yeah, just looking so good at this point, getting all those forces out. So let's just see. It's going to come down to this next engagement. 9 Tempests and a Mothership. Oh man, it's so crazy coming out. Life's starting to get his macro done over there as well. See, he's dropping down a little bit. He's only really mining on this base, and that's it. He's mined out every other base, so getting this base up, very important. Getting this base up, very important. And I'm sure I'd love to get this base up as well. There comes the DT. Here comes the Corruptors. They're hoping to grab some units, but instead they find the entire army. Oh, look at the Void Rays go. Look at them go, and the Tempest going as well. The Overseer does get destroyed. My voice is starting to get destroyed, man. This is the 5th game I've cast today, and all of them have been decently long. So let's get a drink out here. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what have we got going on? Overseer just waiting to see what comes out. I'm not sure this is a very good idea, Mr. Overseer, but you know what? He's going to do it. Main army's coming down again. Going to be having a crack at these bases. Swarm hosts are almost completely useless at this point. I don't think Zest is ever going to be building a ground army again. It's just going to be pure air, and it's just going to be pure mayhem when he goes down there. And if he takes out these 2 bases, then Life may just have to call in the towel. Just throw in the towel, call off the game, whatever it is. And I'm not sure that Life is actually going to be able to defend against this. 29 versus 12 and 20 Tempest. Ouch, man. Really, I think it's really going to come down to the Fungals here. Fungals could make or break this entire play. And is going to have to be the most perfect Fungals in history to really own these guys. And I'm still not sure that even the perfect Fungals are going to be able to take these guys out. Because it's just too much. Look at this. Look at the army. 168. He's going to get up to like 170 army or something like that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible army here. There he goes. Going into the base. The Corruptors are ready. No Vipers or anything like that out here. Got to get those Infestors over there. There's the Infestors. Excellent, excellent. It's going to come down to the Fungals and the Corruptors. And that is it. And it's going to be very hard for Life to get a victory out of here, but I don't know. I don't know if you can do it. This is like that Protoss death ball you've always heard about. This is that Protoss death ball right here. It's absolute death for anybody who comes within range of these Tempests. And there we go. They're going to move in. Are they going to take this base out? This last hope for the Zerg player is that base. And if he can take that base out, then Life is pretty much done. Because I don't think he can recover. His minerals are basically nothing at the moment. And that base is basically keeping him in the game. And that's it. That's pretty much it. But for now, Zest just taking it slow, taking it easy. I'm not sure why he's taking it slow, because it's not like he's waiting for more units. Waiting for more gas, man. Has he seriously mined out all the gas geysers? I do believe all of the gas has been mined out. He needs the gas on this base. Long distance mining gas, that'll be a new one. Oh, there we go. Warps out of there at the last second. Didn't manage to snipe a few queens, but he could see the forces were getting in there. Warped out of there. He's playing it safe, man. He's playing it safe in this game. He's got such a stupidly large force, you know, why not? He's actually building a nexus down here so we can mine the gas up there. Just sort of a little bit of a sneaky play there, but he's got minerals. He can afford to burn some minerals to do that. Now, let's see what he's doing here. Are the Void Rays in this army? Where are the Void Rays? Does he have Void Rays? He does have Void Rays. They're lagging behind with the Mothership. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Are the Tempests actually... I don't think the Tempests are faster than the Void Rays, but there they go. All being taken care of. The army is there, and Life is sort of ready. Where is his Corruptor force? There they are. They're actually all the way over there. Oh! Snipety, snipety, snip. He must have sniped it last time as well. Building it, but that's all the minerals he has, man. He snipes it again. That is going to be absolutely bad news because he won't have enough to actually rebuild anything. Ouch, there we go. Is this going to be it? Beautiful fungal on there. The Void Rays are going nuts. The Corruptor numbers going down. We're up to 30 here. 10 and 18. Is it going to happen here? The Void Rays slowly going down. The Corruptor's going down quite fast, actually. And it just seems like so much devastation on the Zerg side. Those Tempests really just too much here. Too much. The Void Rays are going down, but the Tempests were not budging, and everything was being destroyed. Even the Queens could not help. Even the Fungals could not help in that battle. It was just too many Tempests. And that was it, man. Zest overcoming the Swarm host by going full air and then overcoming a massive amount of Corruptors with a incredible macro play and just a massive amount of Tempests and Void Rays and all that. And look at those units lost, man. Usually the Zerg is way ahead, but Zest, man, he lost more than the Zerg. 65,000 resources and still came out ahead. That's how incredible his resources were. I wonder if there's actually a display I can say to how much they mined over the total spending. That's... well, he spent 71,000 total on his army. So that is pretty freaking incredible, man. Pretty freaking incredible. And lost most of it, but in the end came out. So what a beautiful game from both players. And Zest, man, getting those bases out in the top left. Life never scouting them, never actually attacking them as far as I can remember. and they really just helped Zest produce the most incredible Protoss Death Ball I think I've ever seen, and just getting out and doing good work with it. So that's it. Game done. Thank you very much for watching this incredible game, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be getting into the quarterfinals of the WCS Global Finals, and it will be epic. So stay tuned for that. See you guys tomorrow.